Hey, good morning everyone. Well, it is a fall day in my neck of the woods and I'm trying to walk through the forest here without falling down. And the reason I say without falling down is because I'm looking straight at the camera, but there's all sorts of branches and tree limbs below my feet. So the reason I'm walking through this little area here is because I'm going to demo a product. Well, I'm demoing a product right now. The thing in my hand that you're actually watching me here, this is called a 3-axis gimbal. So it's designed for, you know, your cell phone or an action camera. Whoa, as I'm falling down here. So I'm walking through here to see how stable it is. So I've got a GoPro attached to it right now. And the GoPro is facing me, of course, and I have it on stabilization. So how stable is this? To me, it seems pretty good. I'm bouncing all over the place because I'm trying to dodge all these things I'm stepping on. So this is pretty much the review of this. I'll show you a few more components. I'm a YouTuber, so I don't really use a cell phone. I use mostly a GoPro. So that's all I have here. See, I can go to the side and it can still follow me that way as I'm walking this way. But here, let me show you a few features. So the first thing I have to do is put on my GoPro hat here so you can see what my eyes are seeing. And up here someplace there's a button to turn this on. Wait for the beeps. There we go. So now you see what's in my hand. This is a gimbal from FUNSNAP, and it's called the Capture. And the reason they sent it to me is because I think it's the lowest price gimbal on the market. It's like $70 or $80. It's really inexpensive. So here I have a GoPro sitting in here, and here I am walking, and you know, it's keeping everything level. I can spin around slowly. I've got it on the mode where wherever I move the actual gimbal, it will follow. So that's what it's doing there. Now I could switch the mode, like right now I'll put it on a mode where I'll have it spin around. So here you can see I'm going to press this button right here, press it once. It's going to go to a solid light, and now I can turn the actual GoPro and face around a bit. And look where I'm going. And I can walk that way. And as I'm walking, I can spin it back to me. So we're walking along, and oh, I turned it down. I can actually turn it down and up too. So there we go. So you can do all sorts of cool things like that. Like as you're walking, talk and say, hey, check this out, guys, look over here. Or even look at that down there. Or look at all this up here. Wow, this is pretty cool. So anyways, I'll bring it back to me, put it back on me. And if I want everything to go back to normal, I just hit this button once and it should go back into the mode I had it in before as I fall down here. So we're back on me. Okay, you can see up ahead if you're look what I'm going through, all this stuff. I'm bouncing everywhere, but the footage should be pretty darn stable, I would imagine. And of course there's other modes too, like say I lift this up and I want to show what's behind me. So if I lift it up and I say, hey, look behind me, no matter how I point it, it's always going to stay horizontal to the earth. So I can bend it this way, see how it here, bend it this way, see how it's staying horizontal no matter what. So you have another mode. If I hit this twice, now if I hold it up, it's going to go in the direction of the handle. So now it looks down at me, and if I hold it looking downwards, it should look up at me. Pretty sweet. Now the other thing with this is you can put a cell phone on it, which I'll show you, and the cell phone has an app, and with the app you have face tracking. So the face tracking works like this. You place this on a table, it will balance itself, and then you can vlog or move around from side to side, and the gimbal will follow you sort of like this. So as you move, it will face track you and follow you all the way around. But that's a GoPro. That's not my cell phone. I'm actually doing that myself, doing the face tracking, just by the way I'm holding the actual Capture gimbal in my hand. So on a cell phone, you would just place this down, not touch it, and it would do that. And it can also take pictures just by the fact of when it finds your face, it will snap a photo, and also when it finds your face, it'll take a video. And it could have multiple heads in the video, or whatever you want. You can track an object. You can also on your cell phone touch an object and have it track that object in particular. All right, I'm recording on my cell phone now. I have it on the gimbal, and you see right here, I'm recording with a little GoPro. I'm holding it in my hand just so I can show you what I'm doing. And if you look behind me, here I'm going to hold this cell phone up. I'm using my front-facing camera. I've got to go down that hill, so we'll see how stable it is. Now I have to point out that the front-facing camera on my cell phone is 1080p, so the image you're seeing right now is 1080p. So here's stabilization of me going down this hill. Let's see how stabilized this video looks, because I'm bouncing all over the place here. Whoa, going this way, sliding this way. How's it look? Is it stabilized? I'm falling all over the place here, making these big jumps up and down. How did that work out? All right, now let's try the other facing camera. Let me just spin the camera around on here. Here I'm walking now with using the rear camera, and I've got the rear camera set to 1080p as well, but I'm walking over branches and whatnot. So how stabilized does that look as I'm coming up this hill? All right, I don't know, on my little image here, it looks like it's pretty stable. So let me just spin this around, head back. So here I am indoors, and I have the FUNSNAP capture right here, and I'm just going to show you how the tracking works. It balances itself quite well. So you put a cell phone in, and then I've got it facing forward so I can actually see myself. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit this button, which is take a photo. You can do the same thing for video. Put it on smile mode, what it is, single mode. So now it wants to look for a head. Well, the GoPro's in front of my head. If I move this out, see, it's going to focus on my head. Let me move back. There we go. It found my head. So hopefully you can still see this. And now if I move, see how the whole camera moves? My whole gimbal is moving automatically to follow my head. And that's how it works. You can go all the way around if you want. Well, not 360, it won't let you do that. But you can go quite significant from side to side. So that's how it works. And if I stand really still and go like this and smile, it will take a picture. There we go. All right, so the FUNSNAP capture, what do you think? I thought it was pretty good. With the GoPro, it did really well. Here it is with a phone, and I was just going to show you. You can also do things like, I'll bring it close so you can kind of see. Bring my head close to so it all stays in focus. So I can spin this different ways. I can look up, I can look down, and zoom in. Watch this. So the button zooms, and I'm zooming in, and I can zoom out. There's my lens there as I zoom out. So you get a lot of functions on here. What works well is everything I showed you pretty much, the face tracking and all those other good things. What doesn't work well is the following. If you select an object, if you're walking around with your phone and you're looking through and you use your camera on the rear, and say you walk by a statue or something and you go, ooh, I want to track that. So you draw a picture around the statue, a little square. It will track it. It will tag it. And as you start moving your phone, you think it should turn and track the actual object. Well, it doesn't do it very well. It does do a type of hyperlapse, but it's not the hyperlapse that we've all come to know, but it does something. And it does record video, and it has a button on the front right here. You can see this little blue button that glows blue when it's connected by Bluetooth. That's how it connects Bluetooth to your actual cell phone. And when you press that, you'll hear it. It's going to take a picture. There you go, took a picture. Oh, maybe you can't hear it. I'll put it up to the mic here. I'll take a picture. There you go, takes a picture. And if I hold it down, it will then start video. So you can walk around stabilized and just by pressing that. It works with all phones, both iPhones and Android phones. This here is a massive phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Look at how huge it is. Let me turn it around. That's a really big screen and a big phone. And this here capture device handles it with no problems whatsoever. It can handle that weight. So this is a really good device for the price. The last thing I was going to mention that I didn't really care for is that when you use the app to take pictures and video and stuff like that, it actually takes the pictures and the video in the app. Sure, it stores it on your phone and you can find the pictures and the video, but the quality in the app is a little less than you would expect. In other words, this once again is a Samsung Galaxy Note 8. I can take 4K, I can go 60 frames per second, all these other great things. If I use the app, I can't get all that. I'm down to 1080p. So you just don't use the app then. So walk around, hit record as per normal, like you would normally do with your cell phone, and record in the normal settings. And it looks really good. It's very stable. On a phone, it's pretty much just as stable as you saw with the GoPro as I'm walking through the woods. And now a quick unboxing of the Capture 3-axis gimbal from FUNSNAP, sent to me, Steve, who lives in Canada, right here. So let's check out what's in the box. Opening up the box, we see the following. Take off this piece of plastic. Ooh, nice felt. So it looks like you can't damage anything. And here we have it. Some instructions. There we go, packaged really well, all set to go. Also included is a USB charging cable and a very heavy balancing weight. Opening up the bottom of the unit, I can see the 2600 milliamp battery, rechargeable battery that is included. Hope you enjoyed this video. They sell these things all over the world. They're dirt cheap. I'm pretty sure they are the cheapest because I have seen them for $70 in a few locations. All right, so I'm going to put the links to where you can find this below. I know FUNSNAP wants me to link you to their Instagram and Facebook accounts, and from there then you can find out where they sell them. But I noticed they sell these on Banggood. You can find them on all sorts of different websites around the world, Amazon and other websites. So I'll put the Facebook page, I'll put the Banggood page, I'll put Amazon. And if anybody else knows where you can get this around the world, in India or other locations, by all means, put a link below so everybody can share, because they're very, very, very inexpensive, and it does a lot for the low price you pay. You'll see it in, if you haven't already noticed, in some of the videos I've already made of drones. I've used this for stabilization while I'm talking. That's why it looks so smooth. It's because I was using this thing. And in future videos, I'm going to use it as well. So, you know, hey, I'm glad they sent it to me. It's really good. So thanks, FUNSNAP. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and more drone videos on the way. So take care. We'll catch you in the next one.